can't even see. You can't even see. And I'm needing your validation. How does that even make sense? So what I've had to learn to do is to say it. I think it's the gaslighting and the lies and the dismissiveness that I'm met with. When I walked into my dark feminine, oh, I heard so much shit talking from the conscious community and males who could no longer utilize and exploit my energy and show up in my life on a garbage top. And I'm supposed to be this benevolent spiritual woman who operates on this higher realm of consciousness. And this higher realm of consciousness, I was supposed to use that energy to sway them to want to be decent human beings and turn from their wicked ways, turn from their depravity and their sexual immorality and turn them into good human beings. That's what it was supposed to be like. I was supposed to be that kind of woman. And so what am I talking about here? If you look, this is Queen Afua, very prominent, very affluent, very influential, Black power conscious woman. She wrote the book, The Sacred Woman, which is an absolute classic. Okay. She's worked with people like, not Dr. Joy DeGruy. I don't know why I'm thinking of, but I don't know why I can't think of that one lady named, really tiny lady. She wrote the book, The Seven, I gotta get back in my conscious bag to remember. But, these are really prolific women, really insightful, conscious, in tune, divine women. But when it comes to the Black man, they infantilize him to a degree that I think is absolutely abhorrent. Okay. They infantilize Black men. They lower their standards for Black men. They encourage other women to lower their standards. And it's this dichotomy of lowering your standards for Black men, but also exalting them as kings. So you get to have a very fun time of having low expectations, but making him feel like he is a king, a god. And it's such a duplicitous and morally reprehensible mindset that we never as a Black community explore, because I believe we are too afraid to, because we use these particular tropes to justify why we are with men we are unequally yoked with. We do this all the time, right? And in the conscious community, it was all about heal him, heal him, heal him. That he's down and out because of the system, and this, that, and the third. And you are bombarded with that. And you think that you are doing a righteous thing and you are being a righteous woman when you make the effort to heal them. So when I saw this from Queen Afua, I said, sis, I was all the way with you till you start talking about healing him. And I'm going to read this to you. You can see it on the screen, but I'm going to read it out loud. And I want you to understand why I'm going to dissect these words and how little fucking sense this shit makes. But this is the type of shit that is constantly being shoved and crammed down Black women's throats. She says, be wise when you enter a sacred union, when you make love with your man. You become all of who he is and what he is. Absolutely true. So that means that if he is depressed, if he is mired in degenerate, low vibrational behaviors, if he sleeps around a lot, if he is emotionally incompetent, if he generally don't like women but enjoy conquering them and enjoy women's bodies, if he hates himself, if he's disgruntled about where he is in life, you take all that in. All of that energy goes inside of you as a woman. That's something that I realized, and part of the reason why I have been celibate or abstained for a number of years, because I got tired of having energy come into my body for that 15, 20 minutes of pleasure, and having energy come into my body and having to transmute that energy or sage the aura of the man or sage my house once they leave, or do a yoni steaming, or take a spiritual bath. I'm like, all of this shit is me avoiding the fact that these men energy should not be in my body. Okay. They set you up for failure. They want Black women and Black men to be together so fucking bad that Black men can't take the time out to do the inner work, to heal themselves. No, we got to say the hell with them doing the inner work to heal themselves, to present themselves in ways that is going to be fruitful for a prosperous family unit. No, a black woman ain't worth shit unless she's sacrificing, unless she is overburdening herself with healing the depravity of a black man. And I've been saying this shit for years. And I'm not saying that there isn't depraved black women, or there isn't low vibrating black women, or there isn't black women who live in a lewd and ladicious, a lewd kind of way. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there is this common theme mentality that utilizes the good stock of black women to heal the bad stock of black men. And that is a sentiment that has been echoed, whether it was passed through in religion. I've heard T.D. Jakes and Tyler Perry types say dumb shit like that. It's passed through in, tradition. Your grandmas, your aunties, all of that. And it's passed through even in spirituality. The whole story of Asut was her going to pick up the pieces of Asar's body and mummifying them and putting it back together again. We have made it our responsibility to heal their brokenness. And guess what? They believe it's our responsibility too. But not only do they believe it's our responsibility, they arrogantly expect us to do it. Arrogantly and brazenly expect us to do it. So many niggas come to me on a fucking garbage top and looking to get their egos fed, looking to get their ego stroked. No, you're not as good as me. Sorry to tell you. Not saying you can't be, but right now you're not. They come to me on a fucking garbage top, and then they expect me to heal them, deal with their nasty ass disposition, attitude, and all of their trauma and drama and baggage that come along with them. Be happy that I got a man in my life and just endure with a smile on my face. And it's just like, to me, I had to break free from that nigacity. I had to break free from that niggerish mindset. I had to break free from that conscious dogma. They want to be the black man's savior so fucking bad.